Morning, 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 joy bells and whistles. God bless you this morning. I hope all is well on this magnificent Monday. Isn't it exciting that the Lord has blessed us to see another week? I hope all my joy bells and whistles are here in the flesh. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. I hope all is well as we get ready to tackle another week that the Lord has blessed us with. I'm excited. I'm always excited every day that I wake up. I may not always be happy about the things that I might have to face, but the joy of the Lord is my strength in order for me to face them. And once I face them, I'll probably find happiness in it. I need y'all to pay attention to me. I need y'all to hear me real closely. Y'all already know what it is. We talking about the joy of the Lord. We talking about experiencing joy on this page. This page is about joy. It ain't about nothing else. It's about tapping in, experiencing, expressing, and enjoying life. It's here. You were created for it, and I want to help you enjoy every second that you have. Even in the midst of pain and sorrow, I want you to enjoy it. But we're going to talk a little bit about burnout today. We're going to talk about that burnout spirit. How many of you guys remember the nursery rhyme? Some of y'all went to school, and for y'all that didn't, that's all right. Some of y'all didn't need school. Y'all still made it without it. But there was a nursery rhyme that went like this. It would ring around the rosies, pocket full of posies. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down. The key word in that nursery rhyme is the third line that says ashes, ashes, we all fall down. We're talking about a burnout spirit today. How many of y'all know that when something burns, it turns to ashes? Turn to ashes. And once it's turned to ashes, it's no more good. It's nothing. It's dust. And a lot of us have allowed so many things inside of us to turn to dust. But I'm here today to tell you to rise up like a phoenix. How many of y'all know what a phoenix is? A phoenix is somebody that rises up out the dust. Rise up out the ashes. Rise up out the burn out spirit and soar like an eagle. Oh, we know. Burn out, burn out, burn out. So many of us are walking around with a burnout spirit, and we don't even know that we have a burnout spirit. But I'm going to share with you a few things that a burnout spirit look like. And what's so ironic that I discovered that I was suffering with some burnout areas in my life. And that goes back to the hammer. Some of y'all probably found some areas in your life that had a little ashes this weekend. If you took that hammer and you tore down some things and built up some stuff, I know you probably ran across some ashes, because those were some things that had burnt out that probably shouldn't have burnt out. And it was some time for you to build it back up. Just because something burns out in you don't mean you let it stay out. You learn to build it back up so that you can have that component to live and have the joy that you need. Because everything in this world that's inside of you, that's in this life, is for you. And when you're missing a component, you're missing the element that you need to experience joy. And when you're missing something due to burnoutism, you're going to miss that joy. What does it look like? What does burnout look like? It look like little to no motivation. You don't want to do nothing. You're not interested in nothing. You have no desire to do nothing because you're completely burned out. Burned out from what? Burned out from who? Nobody knows better than you why you're burnt out. Nobody knows better than you who burnt you out. We need to examine ourselves and discover what it is that's causing the burnout spirit that we happen to walk around in. Oh, I'm so burnt out. Oh, I'm exhausted. Why? Because we kept pushing and pushing and kept going and going, because when we discovered and realized that it was time for us to rest, we didn't do it. Because there was an obligation that could have waited. We have to learn how to take care of ourselves. Emotionally overwhelmed. Burnout. We so emotionally overwhelmed in this season and time, trying to compete, trying to do this, trying to do that, trying to do all these various things, and we are just emotionally whipped, burnt out, and who cares? Nobody. Nobody cares about the state of you. They act like they care, but they don't. And they may care a little bit, but not as much as you should care about your well-being and about your happiness and about your joy and about your peace. Because burnout, you can't do anything. You can't sleep, you can't eat, you can't do anything. You're just all over the place. You're just all messed up here. You know, you just frazzled. We're talking about joy this morning. How to keep it. And we're talking about burnout. How burning out, a burnt out spirit, a burnt out attitude will keep you from experiencing anything that will lift you up. Anything that will keep you on a positive note. Or we're talking about burnout today. Burnout is caused by not knowing when to say no and not knowing how to say no. Some of us just give, do, and just burn ourselves out and end up absolutely with zero and nothing to give ourselves because we done burnt out giving. I guess some people will call it people pleasing, but it all depends on how you look at it. Because when you're in a circle of friends or family members that have a need, and that's the heart that you have, you're going to give. But when you're giving and these people know that you're give, then it becomes, it weighs on the person when they realize that this person is only here to milk the cow and not care about making sure that you have the hay to keep feeding yourself to give them what they want. They want to just take everything from you and leave you with nothing. Burn out. Burn out. Rise up out of that spirit of people that will burn you out. Environments that'll burn you out. Toxic environments, toxic people. Those things will burn you out. Oh my God, will they? It's time for us to recognize. Time for us to be aware of these circumstances and situations that are causing us to have these spirits of burnout-ism. We just burn completely out. We can't do nothing. We just exhausted. Burnout. So you mean to tell me that we got 24 hours in a day and we are so exhausted we're going to take that whole 24 hours and just wear ourselves out and we are no good for our own self? We know better than that. Or at least we should. At least we should. At least we should. And another thing that causes burnout is when people just don't know how to delegate. They want to do everything themselves. Everything they do, they just want to do it. They just got to get up. I don't care. They just dragging to do it. Oh, don't worry about it. I do it. Oh, I got it. I do it. Oh, I do it. I do it. I do it. Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it. Those are burnt out. They will burn themselves out and don't even recognize that they're no earthly good for themselves and not even for the person they're doing it with or for, because you can only do so much for so long in order for you to be successful in it, because somebody gonna get a raw deal, because burnout only lasts so long. Yes, it does. We gotta rest. Burnout causes us to have no joy. And having little or no control over our thoughts, our emotions, in the neighborhood and the direction that we choose to go. Some of us are followers and we get burnt out following with no direction. We need to spend some time finding out who we are and the direction that we want to go in. Because if not, we'll burn ourselves out running and trying to keep up with everybody. Every time the phone rings, we running, we here, we there. Burn out. Burnout. Do away with the burnout spirit. It's time for us to pay attention to those areas in our life that have ashes, that have burnt out. Recognize what they were and try to build them back up. And not let them burn out. Not let them ever burn out again. We're missing some things in our lives because we've allowed them to burn out. And that's why some of the things are not flowing in our lives correctly, because we're missing some things that we don't even know we're missing. But if you recognize that some of the ashes, if you identify with a few of those ashes and become the phoenix and rise up out of that ashes, rise up out of that thing, whatever that was that burnt you out, that caused you to become that made them ashes, I need for you to rise up out of it and then know that you can become different than caused you to burn out. You burnt out in that thing because you wasn't aware. But I want to bring awareness to you. I want to inspire you, encourage you, and empower you to be aware of the things that will cause you to burn out. And if they do burn out and they get down to an ash, I want you to get the power of a phoenix, and I want you to rise up out them ashes. That's what I want you to do. Rise up. So from today to Wednesday, I want you to rise up out the ashes. If you run across any, I want you to recognize them, and I want you to rise up out of them like the phoenix bird. Rise up out the ashes, baby, and soar like the eagle. That's what I want you to do. This is Burnout Monday. I want you guys to burn, baby, burn. Burn away them ashes. Build up anything in you that has caused any havoc or any heartache in your life. I'm your girl, Just Lee. I hope something I have said have empowered, encouraged, and uplifted you today. That help you recognize any burnout syndromes that might be in your life, and do away with that burnout syndrome. Do not let nobody wear you out until you are completely burned up. It's not a good feeling, and it's not a good smell. God bless you. I love you. Meet you here on Wednesday, Win-Win Wednesday, and we'll see how God is blessing you, and we'll see how that joy is coming along in your life. Love you.